Hi, I am Magdi. Today I like to show you how I make my stuffed cabbage. So when I start with the stuffed cabbage, I leaves softer, so I put it in hot water a few minutes and then I can use it later. I bought like neck, turkey neck, because I needed like smoked flavor in my stuffed cabbage. That makes big difference if you use some smoke. You can use this, but if you don't have it, can find it, nothing wrong with that. So you will have the sauerkraut. This time I will use two kind because this was sweeter than this one. I like more the soury, salty one. And I will mix these two, and that will be perfect when I make it. You will need onions, and then you will need more, I don't know, marjoram, or I call it majorana, and salt, pepper. I put a little Vegeta in it because I always use it and I love it. Garlic, and I cooked the leaves a little bit, but it's much easier to work with when it's soft. You can use a little smoked bacon if you like. I try to skip too fatty stuff right now because everybody on diet. But in Hungary we put everything in it, what is not good for us, but it tastes delicious. Use marjoram. I would call it majorana, but marjoram, it's a little bit hard to say with my accent now. The critic can say something about my English, but don't forget, this is cooking show, not. You cook the smoked meat with one onion and the garlic, and I will add like 3-4 cups of water what I need when I have to add it to the cabbage or the sauerkraut. You will see everything after it's done, but I am lucky because I have a electric pressure cooker and everything is finished much faster than if you have time. Nothing wrong, but I always use the pressure cooker when I make this kind of food, this kind of dish. So the smoked necks will be cooked outside in my electric pressure cooker, and I place this here with onions and garlic. I chop them up because doesn't matter if it's in the water, it tastes good. Onion and garlic gives you the good flavor. So basically, that's how I start. And then I add 3 cups of water. Because this, I just need, maybe I can add 1 more cup. I will show you. So that's what we'll be cooking. I need little Vegeta and a little salt. This has no MSG because I know people will say they don't like Vegeta. My mom was 19 years old and my mom and grandma used Vegeta and they long time. So learn about MSG, I study it, and you do whatever you want with MSG, but I like to use Vegeta. So let the liquid out because otherwise it's too salty, but I don't wash it out because I like the sour salty taste, not the sweet one. I got this at Costco and it's really good brand, it tastes good. So I will save this until when I finish. I will taste that it's too salty for me, or if too sweet the cabbage, then I add the liquid to it a little bit. Okay, it's here, and I will do the other one too. So I don't show everything because it takes so long. The other thing you can do, I make it a little bit softer, but to get the taste into the leaves, then you can put it in here a little bit. I never like it the leaves. So usually I never make it with leaves, just because we call this stuffed cabbage. That's why I am showing you how you can do it. But I bet maybe you watch some videos already. Don't forget my hands is clean, so I can touch everything. So you have to add rice to it. But usually when I make rice, I like to use the Persian rice for everything. You use whatever kind you like, but you have to cook it. Either you have leftover and you use that, or you have to cook it before you add it to the meat. And you depend how much meat you have, how many pounds or whatever. So I can tell you 1 cup of rice, and then you cook it any way you like it, and then you have a little bit more meat than you will 1.5 cups rice. But right now, because I had this in the freezer, then I can just add it to it. But let me warm it up a little. So I can add black pepper. I have half and a half teaspoon of Vegeta and salt, because we like Vegeta. Then I learned to like the Greek seasoning. I show it on my Facebook, so just try it. I use this for a lot of things, because this gives you an extra good flavor. Doesn't matter I am Hungarian or not. When I find out something is good, then I will use it. So this is the Greek seasoning, and then I add 1 tablespoon of paprika. Maybe I should give a little more. And let me give the onion. I can touch it with my hands now, because I can find my spoon. Don't forget, my hand is clean, so I can touch everything. And after each time I am using meat or working with meat, I wash my hand. And now I will add because I made 1.5 pounds meat I have, then I add 2 eggs. Otherwise, if it's less meat, then I add just 1 egg. An egg is usually acting like a gluing agent. Now I will add the 2 eggs. And this is, let's see, 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup of cooked rice. But I had the leftovers. And then I have to wash my hand again. So I can add 1 teaspoon of marjoram, or we call it marjoram. And then I never add caraway seed, but this time I would like to start, but not the half, just a 1/4 teaspoon. And then let me mix it, and then we will see. And it's not enough. I see sometimes people just doing this, that doesn't mix the colors, or doesn't mix the seasoning well. So you have to fold it. Fold it in. Fold it in. Some people use the seasoning deal in it too, but I never tasted like that, so I don't want to show you that way. But you can play with that. You can use other seasonings, whatever you like, but then won't like mine flavor. So I told you you can use bacon, smoked bacon too, but this time I won't use, because I have enough fat in this dish. So let me show you how I try to do this. Okay, I'm making the little balls. Usually I use the ice cream scooper, make sure it's the same size. You just roll it up, and then you just push the back in. I don't care for the leaves, so I never use that. When I have to show you, we have this very woody looking inside, so I cut it, and I can have a bigger balls. So I will call this stuffed cabbage, but I'm just showing you because I don't care for the leaves. But I had to show because they call it stuffed cabbage. So this one is like cutting it. So I showing you how I usually do it. One big and roll it. See? Just like we had a cooking show for my daughter in Dallas with her friends because they want to learn the stuffed cabbage, and maybe I do it differently a little bit now because we didn't have the leaves either, but they don't like the leaves, so it worked out perfect for us. And I was really proud of the girls. They really want to do it. So it's cute. I like it. Okay. Usually that's how I measure my Hungarian hamburger, the fashir, because that way it's uniform. Okay, let me just show you here. You can see it. Otherwise you just take it out with your hands, it's perfect, but like I want to show you everything an easy way because I am that kind of person. I like to do everything the easy way, but the right way. I always see some recipes and I try to figure out the easier way to make it because too long thingy never worked for me. Okay, this will be finished soon because you saw enough what I did. And don't forget, this is not English class cooking. Okay, and I think 2 more. And that's it, finished. And we will see the other step. But remember, I showed you with the leaves. That's why we call the whole thing stuffed cabbage. Okay. Okay, the sauteing the onion will give you a good flavor. Make it brown. Ready for assemble, and basically we call this dish stuffed cabbage because you roll it up in a leaf. That means you stuffing the leaves. But I never liked it that way, but I showed you how you can do it with the stuffing the leaves. Okay, I will put paprika on the cabbage. Make sure the paprika can mingle, and I will take out the whole thing. Everybody doing differently. I am doing it this way. I didn't wash my cabbage out because I like the sour and salty taste, and because I mixed the two kind. The other kind was sweet, tasty. Now I am adding the paprika, mix it, and I will add more if I need it. Let me just get a hold. And everything is on lower. It's very hard to show right because it's the angle. Make sure the paprika is mixed well. Let me put one more, and then I don't have to put more paprika. because we like this color. And this way all the cabbage can get a little paprika color. So I mixed the cabbage with the paprika, so all of them have color, and then I will show you the layering. This much I left on the bottom, and I will add a little smoke liquid because I don't want this burn on the bottom. So I mixed the cabbage with the paprika, so all of them have color, and then I will show you the layering. I layering my cabbage rolls. I have to put a little sausage between to have the double smoke flavor. And the naked one. Nem vagy árnyékba? Okay, I add a little smoked meat too, and just wanna leave a little bit for the other layers. Okay, I put the layer the cabbage. I'm sorry, I have to do it by hands. I feel it better. Maybe the paprika won't be enough, or the cabbage won't be enough, because we have to make another layer. Okay, I put the layer the cabbage. I'm sorry, I have to do it by hands. I feel it better. Maybe the paprika won't be enough, or the cabbage won't be enough, because we have to make another layer. I like it with more cabbage, but I didn't know I have this much meat. Okay, now the sausage, the meat, all over, a little more here, and I have to cover it with the cabbage, but is not too much. Almost nothing, but we layer it a little bit. And now I will add the liquid, the smoke kill liquid. I told you I make everything differently. I wish I had more cabbage, but that's life. We will have more cabbage rolls. Okay, let me put a little paprika on top. And I will mix this later. Right now, I cannot turn it over or mix it because you don't want to break your rolls. I like to warm it up before I put it in the oven, because that way it won't bake that slow. If everything is warm, you don't have to bake it too long. Okay? And for now, you're not mixing it, you're just shaking it. And that's it. Later on, when the meat cooked a little bit, then I can turn it around, because the little balls stuffing won't break. I forgot the bay leaves. I have to show you. You have to put bay leaves in it because this give you extra flavor too. But I am out of the bay leaves, so be careful when it's small or big, doesn't matter. You cannot eat it. You have to throw it out after everything is cooked. Cover and place it in the oven on 350 for 1 hour. And then you mix it and you check if everything is cooked. If not, then you will add 10-15 more minutes. Okay, taking one out to check. Oh, it's soft enough. This was in the oven for an hour and it's perfectly done. You can see the smoke meat in it and everything turned out great. I wish you can try it. Your support means a lot to me. That's when I know you like what I do. Please subscribe, like and share my channel. Thank you.